Good morning everybody, and you join me on a beautiful summer's day. Well, it's a little bit overcast, but still not bad. Here on the V-STROM, down some little lanes. And I haven't been using the V-STROM very much actually. I've been using the MT-01 more than anything because the weather's been so incredibly good. Spin it up. The weather's been so incredibly good, it just means that the MT-01 has been able to play more. Let's get it back in up a little bit here. I love it. Woo! So yeah, I've just been thoroughly enjoying the MT-01, and the V-STROM has kind of sat in the garage looking sorry for itself, so I gave it a good clean. I've given it a service. It's its first service that I've done on it. It's before that it's been done at Suzuki dealerships and stuff because it was still under warranty, well, the initial 3-year warranty. But I've decided now I'm not going to go with the 10-year warranty offered by Suzuki. I don't think it's worth it personally when servicing at Suzuki costs so much money, when I can do it at my home for just the materials, which is basically about £50 to £100 depending on what he's doing. So this was the 5,000 mile service. Well, it was just a year service. The bike's done 5,222 or something like that. So I thought I'd just change the oil at home. And I should have a video out before this showing the oil change on the bike. So do go and check that out if you're interested in it. Hopefully it wasn't too boring, but I just think that there's definitely a benefit to, well, a huge benefit basically of savings doing your bike at home. And I wish manufacturers would recognise that if you've got the receipts for everything and you've got the Suzuki bits and pieces, why not honour it? But there we go. The horses, thank you. There's loads of horses, liveries around here. Yeah, a bit overgrown. I really love these little lanes on the V-STROM. The V-STROM just handles it so well. There's loads of gravel down the middle of it as well, and in some cases could almost be classed as a little green lane, especially in the winter. In the winter it's covered in mud. You can get on the middle of it and go like that and spin it up a little bit. Around the chain sprocket at the front, because I think a lot of people neglect that area behind where the small sprocket at the front sprocket can just get absolutely caked in dirt. Unfortunately, I didn't actually take any pictures of it before or after because it took me so long. You have to take off the clutch slave cylinder to get to it, and a few bits and pieces just to get to that front sprocket. A bit of a pain, but oh my god, it was absolutely covered. I'm glad I did it now. Very cool little lanes these. But I'll tell you what, if I had smell-o-vision on it, you'd be gagging. It stinks this morning down here. Farm poo, horse poo, poo poo, poo poo poo. Stinks of poo. But yeah, cleaning that out, that front sprocket, I feel, because I also had to take off the quick shifter as well. The quick shifter is like an electronic gubbins that goes around the spline onto the gear, what would you call it? Gear rod? Gear rod. Jesus, it's early. It's early morning. But I feel like cleaning that out as well and giving that a good clean out has made the quick shift much more responsive. I don't know if it's just me, but yeah, it does feel a lot better. So yeah, give that a bit of clean. Mind you go, Mr. Squirrel, whoop. Give that a bit of clean. It's definitely worth it. And that's the end of those lanes. Back onto normal civilization roads now. But yeah, the summer here in the UK, I haven't really been able to take advantage of it in terms of bikes. It's been stunning, absolutely stunning. It's unbelievable the amount of hot weather that we've had, not just dry weather but just hot as well. Really, really hot, which is great. It's great for the kids because they've been on holiday now. We've got a nice paddling pool, like a reasonable sized pool in the garden. They've been enjoying that. I've even been enjoying that, as has my wife. It's just been really amazing. I think we're actually cooling down a little bit, but it's still nice and warm. Garden's completely dead and there's drought everywhere, but you've got to enjoy it. We don't have this sort of weather in the UK, we really don't. I've got a few bits and pieces still to review on the channel. I've still got the EJS systems to do a full review on. I'm still trying to get some more footage of those and sort of put that together. I've also got the CHIGEE, I can't remember the top of my head, is it the XR1 camera system to review. I've put that on my wife's Triumph Trident, and they're a great dash cam. A lot of dash cams, especially on motorcycles, are really poor quality. I mean, they're okay, but not really that great, especially if you want to use a bit of the footage. But couldn't find the visor lever in. So I'll be doing a review for them soon, and they are good. They're really good. A similar sort of quality to the camera on the CHIGEE AOOCCI, which I've got on this bike, but they don't have a screen. They're literally just a dash cam. So that's pretty cool. Especially if you don't want a screen, you just want a dash cam. There isn't many options out there. You've got the Ghosts and stuff like that for the motorcycles and the Innov ones, and there's a few others, but the CHIGEE ones are really good quality. Yeah, so I'll get a decent review out on one of them soon. Oh dear. But that's where I end the video today, guys. Hope you've enjoyed watching this one. If this is your first time with me on my motorcycle, I have a Yamaha MT-01 as well. I do lots of vlogging and how-tos and days out on the bikes and stuff like that, and a few other bits and pieces. So please give me a subscribe, comment below, let me know what you think, give me a thumbs up, Give me a thumbs down if you don't like it, and I'll see you next time here on TOMSTC. See you later.